Hey guys, BriSmiles here, and today we're going to be playing Lift Your Spirits. You are a desperate college student rushing to meet the deadline of your last assignment before semester break. With no choice but to stay late, you find yourself alone at campus in the dead of night. You never believed in rumors spread around the student body. Ghost stories were simply stories, right? So yeah, this is a story-based game where we're going to be reading the story basically, I believe. I'm not too sure if there are choices in this. I'm kind of just going into this blind other than that little thing that we read. So yeah, it sounds interesting, so that's what we're going to be playing today. I also have my earbuds today, so because I'm a lazy girl who doesn't charge her headset, oopsies. Alrighty, preferences real quick. Oh, there's music, okay. Return. Start. Alone on a Friday night, and I'm spending it here. My fingers were sluggish as I typed out the last bit of conclusion needed to finish my essay. I didn't even bother spell checking the rest, my hand dragging the cursor across the closed document. Alright, time to submit it. I've typed out my regards to Mr. Holtman. Kindly find the attachment file of assignment to your students. Oh, am I choosing a name? Oh gosh. Oh geez. Your student. Your student, I don't know, man. Frick. I don't know. Frick. Yeah, it's Frick A. We're called Frick A because there's definitely a Frick B and Frick C. Did anyone else have that? Because when you have like common names in school, at least for me, you would go by your first name and then your initial of your last name. So there would be like a Brianna V, Brianna A, Brianna C, Brianna B, B's. Oh my gosh. And if someone had, and the first letter of like your last name, it would be Brianna AC, Brianna BC. I don't know. Not that there were like many, but yeah. Stifling a yawn, I turned to my phone to check the time. 2:53 a.m. The universal experience of losing sleep and gaining eye bags as a college student came to grace me in its hold once again, it seems. Ah, dang. At least it's the weekend. That's true. Could be worse. Turning off the computer, it suddenly hit me how quiet it was without my fingers tapping away at the keyboard. Everyone else had left. The campus was open 24/7, but who else was dumb enough to push their luck in submitting their assignment to Slate? I considered myself lucky. Mr. Holtman gave me this extended deadline, otherwise I'd be screwed. Still, there were also the rumors. Disembodied voices echoing throughout the empty rooms, heavy footsteps shuffling down the halls. Those who were lucky claimed to see the black silhouettes sulking around the vending machine at the end of the corridor staring at them. And that would be me as a ghost, just sulking near a vending machine like, please, someone order a snack, I can't get in. I wasn't the superstitious type, but I had to admit the eerie silence of being the only person here gave me the creeps. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, what? I was recalling the gossip spread around the student body when a sound made me perk up. I glanced behind me over the monitors to see someone had come in. Nobody. Oh, jeez. I ignored the goosebumps rising on my arms as I gathered my items into my bag. Oh, jeez. Superstitious or no, I've done what I came for. Time to go. Yeah, time to dip. Hurry. I shambled to the elevators and tapped the button. It rumbled to life, slowly making its way up to my floor. Just a couple more minutes and I'm out of here, I assured myself. I don't know why, but I found myself constantly checking behind me, as if expecting someone there. Yet it's always empty every time I look. I tapped the button some more. Oh? The hairs at the back of my neck stood up as if I was being watched. Oh god. I clenched my fists, ignoring how sweaty they felt in my pockets. Oh no. Is there someone behind me? Ding! I jumped. Oh god. The doors slid open as I released the breath I didn't realize I was holding. I didn't even consider looking back as I stepped inside, refusing to turn around until the doors closed. How relatable. The chipper music background they played calmed me down somewhat. I'm almost in disbelief they're still playing it at this hour. Almost. I pressed the button for the ground floor, the elevator moving with a small jolt. With nothing to do but wait, I stared at the numbers slowly descend. The lull of the elevator was starting to make me sleepy. I thought of the things I could do once I got home, just to distract myself from the rest of the ride. A shower for sure. Microwave dinner probably— oh! I blinked up as the lights flickered. Uh-oh. The elevator shuddered and came to an abrupt halt. Oh, that's the worst. The music cut out. Oh no. I tried the buttons for the floor, then the rest. Unresponsive. Pushing the intercom button gave nothing but static. Frick A. Hello? Frick A. Why did I name her Frick A? No, this can't be happening. Taking a moment to compose myself, I called out. Is anyone out there? I'm stuck in here, help! I started slamming the doors as a panic took hold. There had to be someone out there. Help, please, I'm in here. I didn't stop for a good minute, getting more and more desperate as tears welled up in my eyes. Oh no. Why? Why now? Why me? I knocked my forehead against the door and slumped, ready to curl up and cry. Honestly, that's what I would do in this situation, especially— wait, don't I have a phone though? This sucks. I was about to turn before I felt a chill run up my spine. The air felt heavy. What? Is this claustrophobia setting in? I didn't think I had a fear of closed spaces. Unless— there was a raspy moan from behind me. I turned my head and screamed. Across me was a glowing blotch of darkness, an oozy mass that seemed to melt through the walls. I scrambled away, my back flat against the doors. Eek. A hand emerging from the withering form, gasping at the edges. A foul smell, black ichor, dripped its fingers. What? Another arm followed suit, clinging to the other side. I couldn't look away. I couldn't find my voice to scream. A face took shape. Ooh. A pair of hollow eyes and a manic grin with several teeth. It seemed to smile directly at me. Oh, I blacked out. Up, wake up. Hey. I heard a voice panic and fluster from above me. Oh? Hello. Oh, who's that? A person was looming over me, visibly worried. I blinked back into consciousness. You're alive. I couldn't really check for a pulse, so anyways, are you alright? I think so. Ew, don't touch me, creep. No, she seems fine. Phew, I'm glad. Didn't mean to scare you back there. I realized I was in the elevator, but now with a stranger twiddling their thumbs in front of me. They were taller than me, looming a few good inches past my head. Their limbs looked even more awkward in the baggy sweater they had. I wasn't sure if they forgot to wash their makeup or if they just haven't slept in 3 days straight. Oh, that's rude. Come on. Possibly both. You're one to talk. You literally stayed to finish a late assignment. Come on, man. I realized they were staring at me as well. Their eyes focused on me a little too long, as if they'd forgotten how to blink. Frick A. So, I suddenly remember the last thing I saw. That creepy shadow from the walls. But before you were here, there was something crawling out of the walls. I know it sounds insane, but I swear, it looks straight out of a horror movie. The stranger looked nervous. Crap, they must think I'm nuts. Don't look at me like that. No, I believe you for sure. You saw it too? Well, sort of. Sorry, I was really trying to be sneaky. That must have been uncomfortable to watch, huh? Come again? What are you saying? Well, I heard you were yelling for help and I couldn't just leave you alone, so I did the next best thing I could. Are you saying that was you? Yes, in a way. There's really no easy way to say this, but I'm not alive. Not the way you are. Did they mean... You mean you're like a ghost? The stranger lit up appreciatively. Basically, you must have heard the rumors, right? Well, it's me in the flesh. Well, sans the flesh. What? Believe them, stick your hand through them. I will stick my hand through them just to see. My hand shot out before I could think twice. Whoa, what? The tips of my fingers instantly felt airy and ice cold, like touching something solid yet not. The stranger yelped and backed away. Hey, don't just go around sticking your fingers into people you just met. Frick A. Sorry, I thought you were messing with me. The stranger was having none of it. Ugh, why do I even bother? If you sit tight and don't do anything stupid, I'll come find you in the morning. Oh. They shifted into a familiar black shapeless entity, melting into a puddle and disappearing through the floor. Oopsies. Exactly the same way they entered. Well, I found myself alone for the next 7 hours. The workers found me half dozing in the corner the next morning. I stayed late most nights on campus to see if the stranger would show up, but it seems like they were ignoring me on purpose. I never saw them again. Bad end 1, rude awakening. Oh no, was I rude? Okay, I'll go again. Whoopsies. Believe them. I feel like this isn't the worst situation to be meeting a ghost for the first time. The stranger gave a sigh of relief. Thank you for trusting me. I'd ask your name, but I already know that it's Frick A. How did you? I've been watching you for a while. Excuse me? Tonight, I've been watching you for a while tonight. It's not safe to be alone this late. I would know. Before I could ask any further, they straightened. Oh, is that how they died? Anyways, I stuck around to see you write your paper, but I didn't necessarily agree with your hypothesis, but interesting nevertheless. Oh. Thanks, I think. Nobody asked for your opinion. No, we shouldn't be rude, okay. They gave a shy smile. No problem. Aw. This wasn't the way I expected my night to go, but I guess the sooner I accepted it, the better. I should probably ask for their name instead of calling them a stranger. You know my name, but what's yours? Oh. They looked away, fingers pricking at their sleeves. I don't remember. I know who I was, and I know what I did when I was alive, but not my name. Strange, isn't it? Have you ever thought of picking one yourself? Their eyes widened as if the thought never occurred to them. I never needed a name, but if I were to have one, I've always liked the way Alma sounds. That's stupid, that's perfect. No, it's perfect. Their smile widened. Aw. Thank you, Frick A. Oh no. Why'd we name her that? Alma went back to twiddling her fingers. We stood in silence for a while, gauging on what to say next. I kept glancing back at their hands, wondering if they feel as solid as they looked. They knew I was staring, but didn't seem to mind, waiting patiently in front of me. My thoughts were running wild from sleep deprivation and shock to actually form words past our introductions, to be honest. They started humming softly as if to fill the silence. That's when it hit me. For a ghost? They could easily be a student just like me. Frick A, I have to ask, how did you, Alma had a knowing look in her eyes. Oh, I mean, it's honestly kind of embarrassing. Oh. Insist, back down, let me save. Insist. Despite having no blood flowing through their veins, their cheeks seemed to darken. What? Oh, we don't have to get into it. Frick A, but I really want to know, please? They hesitated before nodding. Promise you won't make fun of me? Promise. Okay. So I was staying late working on an assignment just like you? No one was around, even back when I was known as a loner most of the time. It didn't bother me. While I was working, I got thirsty, no big deal. So I headed over to the vending machine for a drink. Oh no. They paused, their hands shaking. They clasped their wrists and twisted it before continuing. Just a soda. Not too much to ask, right? I paid for the damn thing, but somehow my hand got stuck in the dispenser. So I pulled and well, they struggled a bit before I waved to them to continue. Just keep going, man. I'm rude. What the heck? It fell, my whole body being crushed under the weight. I couldn't even cry for help. And the whole time my hand was still stuck in that thing. Not that I could tell. I think it was my wrist beyond saving at that point. They sunk into themselves. I died trying to get some cheap soda. How pathetic is that? Oh no, they got crushed. It's not. I'm sorry that happened to you. Kind of sound like you deserved it. No. My gosh, these choices. I'm gonna save though. Because you never know. Maybe I want to be an asshole later. It's not. I'm sorry that happened to you. I put my hand over theirs. It passed right through, giving me an ice chill at my fingertips, but Alma seemed to appreciate it nevertheless. They looked up at me, their nervous hands finally coming to a stop. I've never told anyone about it before. I didn't think it would feel this freeing. Thank you. Yeah, you know, I think you're a really great person. Yeah, you know, I think you're a really great person. I want to help you get out of here. I tilted my head. How are you going to do that? I can try some things. That is, if you trust me. Wait, what's the difference? Oh god. Okay, hold up. I trust Elmo with my whole heart. They clasped their hands excitedly. Okay, here we go. You might want to hold on to something. Before I can ask further, the elevator began to drop. Oh god. My heart plunged into my throat, my weight shifted upwards. Elma? Hang on, let me focus. The button for each floor flashed beside me. I closed my eyes shut and decided to trust them. I grit my teeth and clenched my hands, knuckles probably white if I bothered to look. And just like that, it stopped. I yelped as the elevator jolted. Oh, I landed on my ass with a smack. I blinked and my eyes opened to see Elma clapping excitedly. They looked over to see me on the floor and gestured towards the doors. They cracked open as if manually pulled apart by an unseen force. My jaw dropped as I realized that they really did bring me to the ground floor. You really did it. I did. I never got to do that before. I couldn't believe my eyes. I stood and threw my arms around Elma, only to completely pass through them. Oh, they yelped and backed away to the wall. Give me a signal before you do that. I don't appreciate feeling hands inside me, it's gross. Oh, sorry. I gathered myself and stepped through the doors, Elma following suit. Sure enough, the lobby was empty, the clock on the wall indicating it was close to 4 a.m. now. Well, I guess this is it. I turned to see them trying hard not to reach for their hands, fingers twitching to intertwine with one another. It all happened so fast. It sunk in now that I had to leave and go home now if I wanted to. Elma, thank you, I appreciate it. They nodded understandingly. I stood there for a moment as they looked at me before averting their eyes. They were waiting for me to leave. I grasped my phone inside my pocket, mustering the courage to ask what I was about to ask. Would you ever want to hang out again? They did a double take. Oh, huh? Well, would you want to hang out? Yes! But, well, why would you want to? Why wouldn't I? I like you. Once again, their cheeks darkened despite being them. Oh. I like you too. Yeah, I'd love to hang out again. Great, preferably when I'm, not stuck and helpless in an elevator. My heart skipped a beat as they laughed lightly. Preferably, of course. I'll see you next week? Yes, don't worry about a time or place, I can always find you. Wherever you are in the building. Kind of unsettling, but okay. Stay safe, Rick A. I will. I waved and headed towards the entrance, pulling my phone out to call for a driver from one of my apps. When I turned to look back, Elma was already gone. Good end. Friends for life? Or more? Oh, okay. That was good. Hold up, let me see if there's any more endings that I could get. Kinda sounds like you deserve it. I heaved aside and moved towards the sit, leaning against the doors. Alma looked on curiously. What are you doing? I shrugged and took out my phone to look for a time-wasting app. In no time I had one of my mindless games open. Might as well settle in and spend the next few hours trying to beat my high score. Not much I could do right now. Got some battery to last a couple hours. I pat down the spot next to me. You want to watch? Alma stood for a moment as if unsure. Come on, plenty of room for the both of us. Just watch your legs, Linky. Why did I call her that? They settled in beside me, sitting crisscross applesauce, and leaned over to look at my phone. My shoulder immediately chilled at their close proximity, but I didn't bother bringing it up. We chatted amicably as my fingers tapped away on the screen, Alma getting more invested the higher my numbers got. But otherwise, it was peaceful company. A few hours passed. I must have dozed off at some point, as the next thing I knew, there was some whirling behind me that woke me up with a jolt. Voices began to call out, and I turned to see some workers prying the door open for me. The sunlight shining over me made it feel like everything happened last night was just a dream. I turned on my phone to look at the time. Instead, I saw an unsent message typed out on the screen. Be safe, careful about not staying late next time. Aw. I blinked and looked around. A cold chill went up my arm, and I turned to expect Elma but saw nothing. Next time? I pulled my phone away and rubbed my bleary eyes, mentally making a note to stay back at campus more frequently from now on. Good end, till next time. Oh, okay. Okay, that was cute. We got a good ending and a bad ending. Not bad. I think those are all the endings you can get, though. Probably. So that was Lift Your Spirits, and honestly, it lifted my spirits. It was really cute. It was a cute little game. I liked it a lot. I like the story. I wish there was a longer story. I don't know if this is I don't think this is a demo. I'm gonna double check though, real quick. Interesting. I believe that was the full game, but that was really, really cool. There's apparently 2 more endings you can get, so you could go try and find some more if you would like. That was really fun. There's 1 more good ending, I believe, and then 1 more bad ending you could get as well. Wow. It's a good thing I have glasses on. I would have poked my eye out. Jeez. And go support them as well. The art was very cool. I liked the storyline a lot, and I wish it was a bit longer, honestly. Alma and Frick A. the perfect duo. I ship it very hard. And yeah, don't stay after, honestly, if you have an assignment due and you need to stay after school and just work on it, maybe you'll make a ghost friend. Get your schoolwork done and make a new ghost companion friend. Keep smiling, goodbye.